Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live. Our Saturday morning Q&A session is it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I have a few questions that I have chosen that are repeated questions. And so we're gonna dive into those all about fertility, all about the mystery of ED and also foods, of course. Foods that block and foods that flow. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. First, I am Peacock Mama, of course. As you know, I am a certified holistic health practitioner. So I know my stuff while also being very particular about male health and just sharing with men, with you guys, how to be strong, healthy, uh, for a lifetime. Being strong and healthy for a lifetime is key. It's key because we're used to quick fixes. And so it's important to realize that you have to put in time and effort for your body to thrive like it needs to, for you to experience not just pleasure but also like health forever, right? You want to be healthy. You don't want to be old and decrepit and having to be pushed around in a wheelchair and just not being able to enjoy life still. You want to be old and being able to move around. You know how you see those older people, those older men, and they're like, still getting it, whatever. You want to be that man. And it's key to prepare in advance for that. You have to be intentional about that. Health is all about being intentional because it takes time to ensure that you stay healthy for a lifetime. So you have to be intentional with every choice that you make. Of course, you can enjoy yourself and indulge in life's treats, but think of life's treats as that, so that you not only stay healthy from head to toe. I mean, from I flipped it. So you not only stay healthy in your male area, but also from head to toe. Okay. So I have a few questions. I'm excited about today's questions that you guys want answers to. Um, I basically chose ones that are repeated. So from fertility to ED, of course, that's a hot topic because there's a little bit of a mystery around that. We think it's just associated with, okay, inevitably I'm going to get ED when I get older. It's not. That's not the case. That's not true. So and also about the foods that do what they do to your male body. So let's get into it. I let's start with Okay, let's start with OMAD. I think OMAD is a hot topic because fasting is like such a big deal right now. It's been this way for some years, right? OMAD is definitely sorry. Let me my notes right here on my phone. OMAD is definitely an effective way of fasting. If you don't know what OMAD is, it is literally just let me put it up here. It is literally 1 meal a day. It's an acronym for 1 meal a day. Now, if you've been considering this, or if you've like dibbled and dabbled in fasting or something like that, uh, let's go over the benefits and let's go over some things that might not be as well as great, because hormones are a huge factor in male health, as you know, a huge factor. The same with female health, right? So what happens when you change your eating style is that you change your body's like way of responding to what you're doing. Hormones are basically signals for your body to work. Okay, that's what they are. They're like, okay, when I release cortisol, the body will therefore um tighten the blood vessels, constrict blood flow to certain areas, so that those can work better, like your legs, so you can run, get your heart beating faster, and just makes things work for you to get out of a horrible situation, right? So that's what cortisol does. It basically just communicates. Now, testosterone communicates what? To build muscle so that you can be more manly. It also communicates to let that blood flow to your phallus so that you can reproduce. You see? So hormones communicate. So they rule your body. Okay? So it's important to not do something that you think is healthy that could be actually hurting you. Now, is OMAD that way for men? No. No, actually, OMAD is excellent for men's health. Let's go into some benefits. So, testosterone, it actually boosts testosterone. OMAD boosts testosterone because it helps to regulate your body's hormones and the communication due to reducing insulin sensitivity. And so you're able to function more balanced, more in a state of homeostasis. I always talk about homeostasis because it is when your body is basically in a perfect balance where all functions are acting as they should. Your digestive system, your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, things are flowing, baby. You are going, you are revving like a purring engine, right? That's where you want to be. And OMAD can get you there by helping. Insulin is a hormone. Like I said, insulin sensitivity, boosting testosterone if it's a low. Also helping your digestive system kind of like know, oh, okay, so we're gonna eat now. Okay, so let's rev up and get their digestive hormones activated. So yeah, so that our digestive enzymes can do what they need to do, and they know when to work and to come out. You know what I mean? So OMAD is great for that. Testosterone, insulin, it also helps you to lose weight because also extra fat can boost estrogen, which you don't want. Do you need some estrogen? Yes, you actually do. But you don't want excess estrogen. You want testosterone to be the main player in your male body, right? So when you lose weight, when you get that extra fat, that visceral fat, that subcutaneous fat, visceral is what's around your organs, and the subcutaneous is like what you see, like actual fat, you know what I mean? So it helps to reduce that so that you're able to like thrive, you know what I mean? And those hormones of yes, like yes to all of this. I love fasting for men. Fasting is weird for women sometimes, like it could be weird for me. I like pushing my body and just like doing things that I know will benefit myself. But OMAD, I tried it. It didn't necessarily work for me and how I'm wired. And sometimes it can be weird for women because we are completely ruled by hormones. Like it's crazy how much we're ruled by hormones. Y'all are too, but we're crazy with it, which we all know, right? So but for y'all, OMAD is excellent in so many ways. Okay, so the dangers of OMAD. You want to make sure that you're eating healthy. You have to be particular about what you eat. You have to be particular about what you eat no matter what, right? But with OMAD, you have to be particular that you get those nutrients that you need in that amount of time, whether it is an hour that you're going to eat, whether it is 2 hours. You need to get that high protein in. You have to prioritize protein, prioritize healthy fats, prioritize fiber. Now, protein is what builds your muscles. It just basically you need protein to do many actions in your body, right? Also, I mean, it just gives you so many nutrients, not just muscles, but so many nutrients for your blood and all that stuff, right? Now, then you have your healthy fats, which helps to balance those hormones that I say. Hormones, especially like testosterone, are based in healthy fats, cholesterol. Okay, the healthy cholesterol, not the fried foods cholesterol. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get that in. That's avocados, salmon. Oh, so delicious. So, anyways, also fiber. Fiber is what keeps your digestive tract moving. Okay, you want to be pooping every day. I showed you. I think it was last week. The Bristol stool chart. Bristol stool chart. Bristol. Hey, bingo. Okay, get out the okay. What was I saying? Oh yes, Bristol, Bristol. It's a chart that you can like track your poop. You should look at your poop, okay, and just make sure that it looks good, that you're going regularly, because digestive system is extremely important for your male body, for your male system. Okay, your male reproductive system. Why? Because that's how you get the nutrients. You can't eat healthy foods and then your body is just not absorbing them. That just would not make sense. Your body, you can tell if your body, even just by looking at your poop and knowing how fat, like often you poop, because if it's too watery, your body is not absorbing anything. Okay, it's not absorbing. those nutrients that you're trying to put in. And if it is too thick or like hard or like balls, right? Your body's holding on to waste. So then your body's worried about getting rid of the waste instead of making sure that it is absorbing. It's like I don't. It makes your body kind of do that. You don't want your body to not be in a state of homeostasis. Okay. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. Make sure you are, just making sure that digestive system is good. And this is why OMAD is great. But this is why you have to prioritize protein, healthy fats, and fiber when you eat. Okay. So make sure that you're doing that. Also, make sure that when you are doing OMAD, that you are incorporating other lifestyle balances, balancers like meditation, because you don't want your cortisol levels to be high. You don't want to be stressed out and then be like, oh my God, I want to eat. It's compounding the stress. No, that's not going to do it. So you want to make sure that you are prioritizing meditation, book reading, journaling, walking, getting that vitamin D from the sun. Well, not vitamin D from the sun. You don't actually get vitamin D from the sun, but your body makes vitamin D from the UV rays. Okay. So, anyways, you want to be getting that. You want to be balancing OMAD with healthy lifestyle choices so that you are balanced in all ways and you're able to absorb those nutrients and you're able to lose that fat and get sexy and lean and muscular. So that's what you want to be cautious of or just cognizant of. Okay. So, also, just make sure you're getting all your calories in because you don't want to undereat as well. So make sure you're eating, okay? Eat the food and focus on making sure that also not eating too much. You could overeat as well. Start with your meal first. I always say start with your meal first. Don't snack because you could overeat if you do OMAD because you're like so hungry. So just keep those in mind. And yeah, just enjoy fasting. You don't have to do OMAD. You could do intermittent fasting. So instead of having like that 23, 22-hour window of fasting, you could have like 16, or you could start with like 14 or 12. Start what start with what works best for you. Okay? Start with what works best for you. So yes, oh, okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So is ED all about blood flow? No, no, even though it kind of seems that way, like, okay, if my blood isn't flowing clearly, okay, so that's true. Yes, um, that would be a problem. That would cause an erectile issue. But ED is about just not being able to maintain the erection, right? So, what would cause that? So it could be blood flow. An issue could be with blood flow. It also could be with testosterone levels. Remember, we just talked about that excess fat boosting estrogen levels. So you want to get that down so that your testosterone levels are balanced. So blood flow, testosterone, um, your digestion. So if your digestion is off, then you're not absorbing those nutrients. So then that could throw you off. Stress can cause ED because your mind and your penis connection is a real thing. So mind will throw your whole thing off, even if everything is good, your digestion is good, all that stuff, even though that does tend to throw off other things. But anyways, let's just hypothetically, everything else is good. If your mind is off, if your cortisol levels are high, no, all of these things play a factor into ED. That's why I talk about holistic health. It's not just about herbs. It's not just about foods. It's not just about exercise. There is no one size fits all, but there are guidelines that I always like have you hit, or I always bring up in these lives and even sometimes in my posts that you can follow that will help you get started, right? It's okay, so let's go over those guidelines. I always say sleep 7 to 9 hours a night, and it should be good sleep, right? You should be in REM sleep. You should be in so that you can experience that nocturnal tumescence, which is your testosterone levels building while you sleep. It's basically your time to boost, to recharge, right? You're plugging yourself into the wall when you sleep, okay? So 7 to 9 hours is excellent for that. Okay. And so then also drinking water, half your body weight in ounces. I have water here. Start your day off with lemon water or lime water to activate your liver. Um Water, 7 to I mean have wait, no, no, no. Sorry. But no. Okay, mom. Okay, mommy get it. Okay. I say I don't want to go give okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. Half your body weight in ounces. Then sorry, that my baby threw me off. So have your body weight in ounces, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, healthy foods. When I was in school, they always like say always eat jerk foods. Okay, so foods that jump, that come from the earth, that run and that fly. So things that are real, like real foods. Eat food like real food. Okay, anything else, not a food. Okay. Can you enjoy? Yes. Like chips or something processed. Yeah, of course. But it's not a food. So prioritize those things that are real, that literally are alive. Okay. Live things fuel you and give you life. All right. Okay. So also exercise. Do cardio, of course. You want to boost that cardiovascular health, but also lift weights. Lifting weights boosts testosterone. So you see how these things will hit different areas of your life. So then they'll hit the parts of what makes ED in the long run. Because okay, wait. So let's stick with this thing. I'll go back to that. All right. So you have your water, you have your exercise, boosting that testosterone, building that muscle. You have your sleep, you have your healthy foods, and you also want to keep your stress levels low. So that means incorporate the things that I said before that keep that OMAD consistent and on a healthy in a healthy way. Making sure your mind is good, you having those practices like walking, getting that sunlight, um making sure that you journal, whatever you love to do, paint, draw. You men can be creative too. Everything doesn't have to be work, work, work. Listen to music. We have like a record player. We have like a whole like setup so that we can like, just like vibe, like, and just we have a waterfall in our house to just give that us that peace and that serenity. It's important to be yes, okay. Okay. All right, bingo. I need to put this up here. Let me see. Let me show you what he's saying. Oh no. Uh-oh. I don't want to do that. Okay, yeah, okay. So he said lime water, morning deep pump session. I'm guessing that's with the actual. I don't know. I'm assuming that is like actual pump. Okay, and then smoothie this morning. Okay, that's amazing. Let me know what's in your smoothie. Let me know what's in your smoothie. Okay. So, anyways, yes, so you wanna get all of those things in, I need to go over everything. Okay, you wanna get the foundations in so that you can avoid the eating. As you age, things start to deteriorate, so you have to be more intentional. It's not the age that affects well, okay, it's not age only, right? It's lifestyle choices. It's just that you want to be intentional. You want to be aware of how your body is moving and shaking and all that stuff and how it feels so that you can supplement where your body needs it. That's why I say herbs are amazing because they help to supplement your body. They help to supplement your body in ways that you might be missing. Okay. So speaking of herbs, let's go to herbs. Now, herbs for fertility. When I was in school to become a certified holistic health practitioner, my professor, he was talking about how like couples would come to him and the wife. Okay, so as women, we tend to think that when we're having fertility issues with our partners, that yeah, it's us. Okay, and sometimes it is, right? Sometimes it could be both. But sometimes there's an overemphasis on the woman because we are the ones that like create the life, of course. But sometimes it's the men, and that's okay. It's not a shameful thing. It's a okay, I know the problem. Now let's get to the solution so I can actually acquire what I want and making this baby with this lady that I love. So he was talking about how it was a man when they both came to him, it was a man at a point, and he was helping him because he had some type of vice. I can't remember what he was tr- kept. maybe he was drinking or something, or he had a poor diet. It was something like that. I can't remember the details, but he was talking about how he had to have like a real like conversation with him and was like, look, if you keep doing this could be the actual reason why you guys aren't having a baby. So I don't know if it was like excessive drinking. I think it was excessive drinking and just like eating anything, right? So he was like, okay, fine. The client, he's like, okay, fine. I'll focus on removing the alcohol, putting more healthy foods into my diet. And so they got pregnant. Like she got pregnant after that. And I just thought that was so cool that he actually was intentional about it and then the results came. Like it's so cool when you can take control of your life, and you can take control of your health and then you receive exactly the thing that you want. That's what it's all about. So herbs for fertility, because I get asked this a lot. And I think it's very cool that you guys feel safe enough to ask me that, and that yeah, it's like, okay, I know she'll help me and not judge me, because I know it can be awkward, um, for males to go into that space. Um, but I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad I'm able to do so in a way that you guys feel comfortable, but also are entertained and you retain the knowledge. So it's cool. So let's start with tribulus. I have a bag of this because can y'all see that? Like, am I too far away? Dang, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's like, okay, there it is. I had to move the light. But anyways, okay. So it's like a little tiny herb. It's a fruit. It's dried. Okay. It's a fruit. And they dry it. So then from that it makes tea. Okay. So tribulus is excellent for male health. It's excellent for rejuvenating yourself, rejuvenating your body, and bringing you back to where you used to be. I'm sorry, just a second, guys. I think my kids are screaming. Hopefully y'all can hear them. But I can hear them a whole lot. They're all Roblox. They should be asleep. But anyways, okay. Okay. Dingo got some more information. Okay, I'll share just a second, Dingo. Okay, so yes, tribulus is excellent for rejuvenating you if you are depleted in your male like chi. So chi is the Chinese traditional Chinese medicine, in traditional Chinese medicine, but also just a Chinese way of saying energy, and it's your life force. Okay. So what tends to happen is that over time we lose our life force. We lose what makes us bright and live and just ready to go. It could be there's different forms of chi. There's forms of chi that you're just born with. There's also forms of chi that you replenish over time, and then you have your spiritual chi. Okay, so anyways, you have these forms of chi, and tribulus helps the chi that you are born, that not the one that you're born with. You can't replenish that, but anyways, I'm off topic. The one that you can replenish. Okay, so it's excellent for male health. I love tribulus. It's something like magical about chi to me. It's very good for rejuvenating males in the prostate, with your blood flow, with your libido, with your testosterone. It is like great. That's why it's in my iron DT. I love my iron DT for replenishing you guys as males. My blood flow tea is more for giving you that blood flow, right? Promoting that blood flow. But the iron DT is more so for replenishing you, rejuvenating you, bringing you back to where you used to be, type of thing, right? Tribulus is great. Tribulus is great for fertility for males. Okay. Okay, so let me show this real quick. Okay, so okay. So Dingo was saying watermelon, dragon fruit, berries, banana, spinach, beets, ginger, herbs. Yes, all of this. Oh, okay. Yes, in your smoothie. Perfect. Do you have my stiff and strong blend? Because that's what my stiff and strong blend is, and that's what I'm about to talk about with ashwagandha maca, but also Tangat Ali. And we'll get to that in just a second. Tangat Ali is my next herb. Amazing. Okay, now, so how can a man increase stamina while also going through periods of celibacy? That's what I find myself thinking about a lot. Okay, so stamina is not just about actually experiencing the pleasure. Stamina is just about being your strongest self, right? Stamina is about being strong, being able to go longer for and harder. So there's many ways. Keeping your body at a level of homeostasis, as we talked about earlier, keeping your body at a level of balance is what you need to do. So that is keeping those stress levels low, that water, those healthy foods, being so intentional about your food choices. I we underestimate not how much we're not intentional about food choices. I mean, I would say shoot for 100% of your diet to be clean, because there'll be times that you want to be experience treats, right? But I would say shoot for almost 100, so that you know that it's 80%. They have the 80/20, which is great. But I say, just to be safe, because we underestimate food so much, um, to shoot for 100. Like, be so intentional, change your life with that for only a couple months. I say challenge yourself and just do it for like a couple of months. And then after a couple of months, like, you won't even want to eat anything that's hurting you. Even if it's just a little, you might want maybe indulge a little bit, but you probably won't even want to eat anything. I mean, get into that. And that will increase your stamina past. Man, you could even find, like, I want y'all to be like, dang, I was like this at 19, 20, but like at 30, at 45, baby, I am okay. Like, cause I've gotten to the point, like, physically, my body is physically better than it ever has been, in my 30s. And I'm just like, okay, like, I want y'all to feel like that about your entire body, but I want y'all to feel like that about your male body. You know how much confidence that brings? Do you know how much, like, motivation to, like, conquer? Like, yes, like, yeah, I want y'all to be like that, okay? So, combo for older men with ED and low T. Okay, so yes, so tribulus, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, this is what Alexander was asking. What's the best herb combo for older men with ED and low T? Iron DC. So it's going to be tribulus with the nettles that's supporting your urinary system, because that could tend to fail when you get older, the bladder, um your kidneys, so you want to support that urinary system. The urinary system is very tightly connected to your male reproductive system, so you want to support them equally. You want to support everything equally, right? But you want to support that. um I remember, like, if you notice, like, it tends to be that men, like older men, like, you get to the dialysis type thing, and then that affects it. It all goes together. You cannot, if your kidneys are failing, that's literally the how your body cleans your blood. Okay, so if that's failing, then it's just gonna go straight into the male reproductive health. So you want to make sure that those are tightly connected. And when your prostate enlarges, it hits the bladder, and that's why you have to pee more. Very tightly connected. Your body's basically showing you how tightly connected they are. So you want to support it with goldenrod as well. That's why it's in there too. Goldenrod is excellent. Goldenrod herb is a urinary super herb. That's why it's in my blood flow tea. I mean, my what is it called? My iron DT as well. Um okay, 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 okay. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So let us get back to the herbs. Oh, this is Apollo. Okay, anyways, okay. Um, back to herbs for fertility. So Tonga Ali, let's go over Tonga Ali. Tonga Ali is great as well. This is called the walking stick. Okay, stick of a champion. The stick of a champion, and it is an excellent. I hold this up because it is in my stiff and strong blend. It's excellent for men. I mean, excellent. Stick of a champion. It's in the name. That's why I always say that, to let you stick to Mama Muhammad Ali in the ring, but you in the bedroom. Okay, Tonga Ali boosts testosterone. It boosts blood flow, all the things that make you feel like a conqueror. Okay, it's gonna boost that. Tonga Ali is excellent, excellent, excellent for boosting your fertility, so that you can and you want to procreate or if you're done with that part of life, that you enjoy the process. Okay. So tribulus, tongadali will be my top when it comes to fertility. Just fertility alone. You have top herbs for blood flow. Like I Yohimbi is going to do it every time. Okay. Yohimbi, I get messages like, okay, Yohimbi, when I took the primal surge, which Yohimbi is in, like people kind of scare me because I'm like, okay, if you feel like your heart is racing, that my heart is racing. I'm like, okay, that one's not for you, okay? Or I'm not sure what you paired it with because it could be strong, okay? So Yohimbi is gonna get it, cayenne is gonna get it. It's in there too. I paired them together so that it gives you that rush, okay? So blood flow as well, the blood flow tea as well. Um, my husband was like, when I take this like regularly, like because you could take it multiple times a day, and the blood flow tea, he's like, okay, so anyways, yes, herbs for fertility. Tongadali, tribulus, amazing for fertility, blood flow, of course, which we all know. Yohimbi, cayenne, hibiscus, hawthorn, damiana. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I have one more question I want to go ahead and talk about. Let's bring that up now. So foods that block versus foods that flow. This is pretty simple. And I think for the most part we know this. Processed. Okay? Processed foods are going to block. Processed foods are going to add fat. They're going to do all of the things that we know. Okay? Processed foods. Also fried, of course, excess fried foods, excess of anything though. Okay? You want to make sure that you have a balanced diet. That's what I really want to focus on because we know what bad foods are, but we might not realize what we're doing in excess can also be harming us as well. Like you could be having excess dairy, excess meat, excess raw vegetables could even harm your blood flow. It can harm your male fertility. Raw vegetables because it could be hurting your digestive system. Okay. So you want to keep things balanced. Balance is the key. So you want to mix in the steamed. Everything doesn't need to be raw. I hardly even eat raw, to be honest, you guys. Unless it's fruits, but I don't eat a whole lot of fruits because that'll throw off my digestive system, even though they're healthy. I don't eat a whole lot of like salads. No, because that literally throws off my digestive system. If you are have over flatulence or something, or you have or you're not pooping regularly, that's gonna kill it. Okay. You want to be at the peak. So what you want to do is not overly eat even good things, even things that we deem as good. Overly eating eggs, oh, that's more so where I want our brains to get so that we understand that balance is key. There's no one size fits all. There is no, okay, I'm going to be carnivore, I'm going to be vegan, don't eat any meat, you guys, or don't do this or do that or whatever. Like all of those things that we kind of obsess over, making health more complicated than it should be. No, pay attention to your body. Like I was drinking these probiotic sodas and I was like, oh heck to the no. Because they were giving me excess gas. I was like, oh no, this is not for me. And after that, everything calmed down. So even though there was something that was good, it was something that was good, um, it wasn't great for me. Okay. So last question. Let's see. Okay, we can go into fasting. Okay. Last question. Does fasting for 36 hours help with blood flow? Yes, okay. So yes, fasting, even longer fasting past OMAD can definitely help with blood flow. It cleans out that there's a process that happens, autophagy. It's when basically your cells are like renewing themselves, and it happens after a certain amount of time. 36 hours, I believe, is the time, or it could even be 24. Where okay, now our body is renewing itself. Your body is actually supposedly biologically wired to renew itself after that time. So yes. Incorporate that if it works well for you. Make sure that it works well for you. So, okay, you guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap up today's live. It has been great. Thank you for all of your questions. Um, It's been great. I'm glad I'm able to share with you guys, and I'm so glad that you feel comfortable asking me these questions. And oh, before I let you guys go, next week we're starting a new series on Tuesdays. You know, I always go live on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Saturdays are Q&A sessions. Tuesdays are actual things I'm talking about. Okay, right. So we had blood flow Tuesdays last month, and then the month before that we had testosterone Tuesdays. Well, this month coming up, we're going to be talking about the 4 pillars of male health, and we're going to start with digestion. So digestion is key. It's so key. Okay. Um Digestion is a big deal. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. So I will see you guys next time. Would you say a lot of your videos have been effective to me along with my daily pumping and fasting? Perfect. I love it. And with that, I will say goodbye and see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.